a non-chemotherapy drug that vanished rectal cancer in 12 out of 12 people in a trial. Everyone's talking about, is this the miracle drug? What is it? It's called dostarlimab, and basically it is a PD-1 blocker, or a checkpoint inhibitor, or immune therapy, or immunotherapy, which we've been using in multiple tumor types. So, is it first in its class or novel? No, it's basically in the same category that other things have been in. However, we know immune therapy can be insanely effective, right? In melanoma, stage 4, it can be all over your body. 40% of people will respond, and a lot of those will have a complete remission for sometimes up to years. So we know immune therapy works really well and makes things vanish. Why did this one have a 100% response rate? Well, that's because they took a feature of the tumor that's present only in 4% of rectal cancer, and 96% of rectal cancers don't have this. It's called mismatch repair protein deficiency, or MSI-high, and it's actually something we've known about and we know is very sensitive to immune therapy. In fact, as standard of care, you should be checking it on all colorectal cancers that are metastatic. While it's 5% in rectal cancer or less, it's about 15% in colon. And the reason it works well in colorectal cancer is because it also has something else called tumor mutational burden. What that means is basically these things that can't repair the genetic alterations that are happening, those repair proteins are deficient. You get a whole bunch of dirty tumors and it becomes into this ugly ball. But why isn't it destroyed by your immune system? Because a lot of them express something called PD-1, which is a stop sign that says, hey, basically it gets out of the surveillance of your immune system. What do these drugs do that are checkpoint inhibitors or PD-1 blockers? They block that stop sign, which re-enables your immune system to go attack and kill that tumor. And that dirty cancer cell is basically like having a big dust ball. Even if you dust all the time, somebody walks by, the dust ball comes under the couch and you're like, whoa, how did this thing get, this far, this long, this gross and disgusting? And then all of a sudden you sweep it up. Dostarlimab is not a new drug. In fact, it was actually approved in 2021 for that similar thing, high tumor mutational burden in endometrial cancer that was advanced or metastatic. In this case, though, the response rate was only 40%. The catch is, when a solid tumor that's not melanoma is responsive to immune therapy and you have that durable, complete remission, usually you can see a progression only about 14, 18, 24 months out. How long were these patients followed? And they said, oh, everyone had a complete response?
It's 12 months.
Do I want this drug to work out? Absolutely. Do I want at that 18 and 24 month intervals for it still to be disease-free? Absolutely. Is there anything about PD-1 blockade that's in solid tumor types that's not melanoma that has shown that it can be indefinite? Yes, but a very small percentage. Most people eventually progress. Does this make it a buzzkill? Not really, because with rectal cancer, the treatments right now are actually pretty terrible. You do like chemotherapy or you do radiation and chemo together and then you take it out and everyone wants to have their rectum. So if you can get a complete response with immune therapy, which is not chemo, that's amazing. However, we have to see if they don't recur and if it's actually curative in the long term.